Hello everyone and welcome to episode 9 of Pazzo Gaming. Today we're going to go through the BC Builders mod, the filler. So this is a very underused, or at least I feel it is, a very underused tool that you can use to build a base or excavate an area. It works very similar to the quarry, except it can be used for building instead of just picking up items or digging holes or trenches, things like that. So let's get started. So very first, you got to collect just a few things. They're fairly simple. So 2 ink sacs, so any water, you can get those from squid. Dandelion yellow, you can find that from dandelions in the world. Along with 2 golden gears, which you can make, a chest, and a crafting table. Along with this, you need 1 landmark, and you'll get your filler from BC Builders. So we'll pick that up and we'll put that just here in our bags. The second thing you're going to need is an item called a landmark. And basically this works in the exact same way the quarry does in measuring out or marking an area that you're to fill or perform the actions within, I guess we'll say. And that consists of 1 redstone torch in the middle and 1 lapis lazuli. So you want to make about, I recommend probably about 10 of these. They're very easy to lose, they're very easy to make too, but you probably will only end up needing about 6 or 8 of these total in the end. So I recommend that. Firstly, we're just going to go through a really quick little tutorial on how to use the landmarks. So really quick, they're designed to be placed in a square, and you can place them, like I said, in a square to mark out exactly what area you would like the tool, whether it's the quarry or in this case the filler, to operate within. So once you have them placed within a square, you can very simply just right click on any of them, and that will mark out the area in red, fully marking which area it is allowed to work in and which areas it is not allowed to work in. So not only is it just a 2-dimensional square it can also make a 3-dimensional square. And this is where you add another layer on top of this. So we'll just quickly make a very simple square. So this is a simple 4x4 little cube. And what we're going to do is we're just going to go up 4 as well. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. And what we're going to do is just place one around the corner. And we'll do 1 more over here. So go 1, 2, 3, 4. And as you can see, this allowed us to frame out the area. If any one side isn't red or marked with a red box, simply just either place, remove, and re-add it. And you may have to click again on the corners to light them all up and make sure it's in solid red. Once it's in red, that is the marked area that you can do. So what we've done for this demo is we very simply marked out a bigger area using the same format that we want to build our walls of our base within. Once we have that marked out, like we do, and like I said, all the angles are marked with red, these ones just very simply go through the sand because it's 1 layer below and it goes between all the points. What you want to do then is you want to place your filler just in the corner of one of the junctions. So I'm going to pick this one. And when you do that, it's actually going to change all the points into a checkered area. And this basically represents your construction area, is the idea behind this. And once you have this marked out, this is the area that the filler is going to start working in. So I'm just going to clear this area just a little bit so we have a little more room. And we're going to move this chest with our dolly that we used in our last episode. And we're going to place it. Let's put it on the left, I guess. We'll shave this back 1 more. And we're going to also put a capacitor. And you can put any type of power you want on this. We're just using a filled capacitor that we brought over. Well, it does use some power. It doesn't use an exorbitant amount of power. You can probably build this whole base with probably close to about 400,000 RF. So it's not an insane amount. We got more than enough here. We'll check at the end too what we made. So right now it's around 19 million is available within the capacitor. So what I've done is I've filled this chest with light blue stained clay, which is what I want to build my base out of, or want it to build my base out of. Now what you do is simply right click on your filler and you get a few options within here. So you have your option to make fillet, which will fill it entirely. We can go flatten out. We can build a frame, so just a frame around the outside. So it'll just be the base of the pillars. It's essentially where you see the construction framework is right now. There's horizon. You can have it build a pyramid for you. You can have it build stairs, and you can have it build a box. And in this case, we're going to go with the box because that's what we want it to do. But for it to build a box, it needs two things. It needs one, the filling resources filled in this area, which is going to be our clay, and it also requires power for this, which you can see at the very top. Right now shows 0 of 30,000 RF. So what we're going to do is simply add a conduit to move our items from the chest over to the filler. And we're just going to place this on here. We'll go through this in another one. You can use any type of conduit. There's item ducts, things like that you can move it. We're going to use the Ender IO one. So I'm going to turn that off. We're going to put this to insert. And now you can see it's actually placing the blocks within here from our chest. So they're going from our chest into our filler. So that's on one side. We're going to place a few speed ups just to make that go faster. See it dump them all in. And on the other side, we're actually going to add our energy. So we're just going to place that in. As soon as you do add the power, you'll notice that it goes down to about 1,000 or what is it, 240 RF per tick right now. It's consuming. And while it's doing this, it's actually building our entire base. So you can see it's building the whole frame around the outside. And this will probably take about 2 or 3 minutes here to finish up. Well, it is a big base. It's not too big. So we'll just let this finish up. We'll just make sure. So we have all the blocks. So we've almost used all our blocks up. So hopefully we have enough. And so what it's going to do is actually put a lid on this as well and box it in. So I'm going to put some torches in here before this gets too dark. Just put some around the outside. And from the looks of it, it's almost done sealing us in. Perfect. So what we can see is we actually have a perfect box made for us. We're just going to make a door going back out. And you can see the filler, the light has turned red. It's empty. We still have a few blocks, but we just timed that perfectly. And now we have a perfect little box right around where we want to start building our base. So that's pretty much the BC Builders filler in a nutshell. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. This, like I said, is a great way to get a base going. It's very easy. You can do this with cobblestone. You can also tie this on top with, like I said, our previous show, we talked about using the creative exchanger or whatnot, depending on if you're on a survival server or just a creative server. So you could very simply then, you could just use this and you can go a page up and you can make the whole side sand right away. So you can do this really quick. You can change it between a lot of materials. Change this one right into. But it worked great, works really fast, and it makes life really easy for building a new base. And so within a matter of 3-4 minutes, we've now built a new base. So hopefully that worked. If you enjoyed it, please let me know. Please put it in the comments. Remember to subscribe, and like I said, let me know if there's something else you want me to do a spotlight on, or let me know. We'll just keep plugging through some of the great mods out there. So have a great day. Thanks. Bye.